Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to study about fractions. And in our previous video we already teach you about a very basic fractions. And now we just have a little harder about fractions. So we have 5 questions here, A to E, and as we can see we are focusing on adding and subtracting fractions, but we have 3 fractions adding together or 3 fractions subtracting together. So now let's start it and solve each questions with me. So try to understand the step how can we solve these fraction. So okay, now we have A. As we can see, we have 1/2 plus 10/2 plus 1/3. So then we have to solve it from left to right. Then first of all we need to calculate the first 2 fraction. Okay, so as we can see we have the same denominator, which is 2. When we have the same denominator for 2 fractions, then we can put the same denominator 2 and then we add the numerator together, which is 1 plus 10 and then plus 1/3. Alright, then equal the numerator equal 11 divided by 2 and then plus 1/3. So right now we have to calculate the last 2 fraction here, but the problem is that we don't have the same denominator. We only have 2 and 3, right? So then we need to find the same denominator before we can add the numerator together. Okay, so now we have to find the same denominator, which is equal to 6. So when we have 2 here, we have to multiply with 3. So that will be equal to 6. So equal, when I have 2 here, I have to multiply with 3. And then we also have to multiply the numerator 11 by 3 and then plus, when I have 3 here, I have to multiply the numerator with 2, which is equal to 6. Okay, and then I also have to multiply the numerator 1 with 2. Alright, so now we have the same denominator, which is equal to 6. So 2 times 3 equal to 6 and 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So then, and now we have to put the same denominator, which is equal to 6, and then add the numerator together. 11 multiplied by 3 equals 33 and then plus here plus 1 multiplied by 2 equal to 2, then equal 33 plus 2 equals 35 and then divide by 6. So for this fraction we cannot simplify the numerator with denominator, so that will be the final answer for that question. Okay, so next we have to solve B. We have 1 divided by 4 plus 3.5 plus 7 divided by 8. So then what we have to do here is we have to find the same denominator. So if we start solving from left to right and then we have to solve the first 2 fractions here, the same denominator for these 2 fractions is equal to 4, right? So why? Because 2 can multiply with 2 then equal to 4. So I have to put here the same 1/4 and then plus 3.5. So 2 can multiply with 2. Then we also multiply the numerator with 2. And then plus 7 divided by 8. Then equal, as we can see here, for the first two fractions here, we have the same denominator, which is equal to 4, right? 2 times 2 equal to 4. So then we put the same denominator. Then we add the numerator together. So 3 multiplied by 2 equals 6. And then plus 7 divided by 8. Then equal, so 1 plus 6 equals 7 divided by 4. And then plus 7 divided by 8. Okay. So now we need to find the same denominator again. So here we have 4 times 2. So that will be equal to 8. So then we can write that 7 divided by 4 multiplied by 2. So the numerator also have to multiply by 2. That is the rule, right? And then plus 7 divided by 8. So now finally we have found the same denominator, which is equal to 8. So then we put the same denominator equal to 8 and then add the numerator together. 7 times 2 equals 14 and then plus with 7 here. Then equal 21 and then divide by 8. Alright. So now this is the final answer for this question, okay? Okay, the next question is C here. It is about subtracting fraction. So we have 11 divided by 9 minus 1 divided by 9 and minus 1/3. So then we can see that we have the same denominator for the first two fractions. So then we put the same denominator 9 and then take 11 minus 1 and then minus 1/3 equal, so here equal 10 divided by 9 and then minus 1/3. Alright, so now what we have to do here, we have to find the same denominator, right? So we have 9 and 3 for the denominator, but the same denominator for these two fractions must be 9. So because we can take 3 multiplied by 3, that will be equal to 9. So now we can just multiply by 3 here. And then we also have to multiply the numerator with 3. Okay. So then 3 multiplied by 3 here, which is equal to 9. So now we can have the same denominator, which is 9. Then we just put the same denominator and then subtracting the numerator together. Okay, minus 1 multiplied by 3 equals 3. Then equal, here equals 7 divided by 9. That is the answer, okay? Alright, now the next question we have 13 divided by 15 minus 2 divided by 5 minus 1/3. Alright, so now we have to calculate the first two fractions here. But we also can subtracting these three fractions at the same time. We just need to find the same denominator for each fraction. But in order to make it easier for us to understand, we just calculate only the first two fractions. So let's find the same denominator for the first two fractions. So let's think about number 5 here. When we multiply with 3, so that will be equal to 15. So here we have this fraction, and then I just multiply by 3. So then we also have to multiply 2 with the 3 here. Okay, then equal. So here we have 13, right? And then we already have the same denominator here, which is 5 multiplied by 3 equals 15. And 2 multiplied by 3 equals 6, right? So then equals 6. So we put the same denominator here, equal 15. And then we take the numerator, which is 13 minus 6. So then here minus 6. Minus here 1/3. Okay, so then equal. So here we have 13 minus 6, then equals 7. Divide by 15. And then minus 1/3. So we have to calculate these two fractions again. We have to find the same denominator. So 3 multiplied by 5, that will be equal to 15. So the same denominator, which is 15, right? So we also have to multiply the numerator with 5. So then we can see that here we have the same denominator, 15. And then 1 multiplied by 5, then equal to 5. Okay, so we just put the same denominator, 15, and then we take 7 minus 5, then equal 2 divided by 15. So that is the final answer. Okay, so now here we have 2/3 minus 5 divided by 7, and then plus 1/2. So we have minus and plus together. So we just calculate it from left to right again. Alright, so then equal 2/3 and then minus 5 divided by 7. Okay, so what we have to do, we just multiply 3 with 7. And then numerator here is also multiply with 7. And then we also have to multiply 7 with 3. Okay. And then the numerator also multiply with 3. Okay. And then we plus here 1/2. Alright, then so here we have 2 multiplied by 7, which is equal to 14. Okay, and then minus 15. So we put the same denominator here, 21. Okay, and then plus 1/2 equal 14 minus 15, that will be equal to minus 1 divided by 21. And then plus 1/2. Okay, so now we have to find the same denominator again. So we don't have any numbers multiplied with 2 equal to 21. So then we just multiply 21 with 2 and then 2 with 21. So that will be 42 is the same denominator. So here we have to multiply with 2 and here we also have to multiply with 2, and here we have to multiply with 21, and the numerator also with 21. Okay, so then we have the same denominator equal to 42, and then we have minus 1 multiplied by 2 equal to minus 2, and then plus here 21. So minus 2 plus 21, that will be equal to 19. Okay, so that will be equal to 19. The answer is 19 divided by 42. Okay, I hope you understand each step on how to solve these kind of fractions. So when we can understand step by step, and then we can improve a little bit better, then we can study a little harder for any kind of fractions. I hope you enjoy watching it, and please subscribe my YouTube channel if you think it is good, to follow up my latest videos. And goodbye, and see you in the next video.